How's it going, traders? Steve Gorniak here from GTradeNow.com. Guys, I had a beautiful trade on Euro set up for you guys. For some reason, it did not record. So we're going to go through these trades. I'm going to show you guys my transaction history so that way you guys can see the trades I'm talking about. I'm going to show you how I got the trade, how I managed the trade, what I said inside VIP, how we're going to play this trade. Because ultimately, I was able to tell everyone at least 10-15 minutes ahead of time and formulated a plan for them. So that's the difference between signal groups and what we have to offer with our VIP. Our VIP membership, we not only give you our trades, yes, of course, but we're telling you exactly how we see it. And if you're live on the chat with me in actual mic, I trade every day with our VIP memberships, 9 in the morning till 11 a.m. Eastern. Every single day I'm there. So if you're live with me, you hear this firsthand. If not, I walk you step by steps in the chat, which I'm going to show you here. But before I do that, guys, we're going to pull up my transaction history. We'll cover that a little bit. And then we'll get you right into the charts. And we'll just show you what we did here. Okay, so right away, guys, I took a few trades today. Again, entered at 9:18. I was done by 11:02 on the day. Okay, we're short bias on Euro and GBP today. GBP sold at 41, 5 contracts down to 14. Euro, this was my first trade on Euro of the day, and ultimately the analysis I did to get this trade ultimately made me short bias for Euro for the entire time I was trading it. As you can see, I sold at 11.26 strike, and the last trade I made, I sold at 11.10. So literally 16-point difference there as far as terms of strikes. So pretty heavily selling action going on Euro today. So 46 down to 14. Now this trade here, I took a lighter position. It was a 50-50 shot. I liked it. I liked it until the trade started happening. We started formulating support on the chart at this area over here. And we also were forming higher lows. So I just took the profit and I kind of regrouped rather than, formulate higher lows and then I'm negative, right? So I just took it regardless. Even if it was a loss, I would have hopped out. I was able to take some profit and ended up not being much at all after commissions, right? So pretty much break even on this trade. But as you can see, 7 minutes later, I was still short biased. And if I would have just held this, this would have expired well in the money, because 7 minutes later, I was able to grab a strike that was 10 points lower, and I was able to sell and hold that for $34 profit per contract on that one. So both of those two trades would have expired in the money. Okay, now which leads me to my last trade on Euro, which is the trade I want to go over because it was actually absolutely perfect, and I called it step by step. If you're in the VIP members group, you guys all saw first and foremost what we ended up doing and how we played that trade, and as well as I'm going to recap it right here for you guys, so that way you guys are able to see it, and hopefully it will open your eyes up to a little bit of what we're seeing. Okay, so right away, guys, I'm going to pull up our VIP chat room, guys, because right here at this first line, this is a timestamp of when I alerted our group saying, hey, this is what I'm looking at right now. So right here, this is what I wrote to them. I told them draw a line at 11:05. Look left. That's the low. Okay. Right before that, 11:06. At 1.1106, there was a retracement down that level. It held as support and it started to break out a little bit. So that was kind of why I said, we're looking at these different levels. Now, I said here, 110 is the level I have an alert set at, because at that point in time, when I was talking about this, you could see this 1106 level here. You see how it formulated support? And then we kind of broke out. This is what I was talking about. So at this point, this is what I was saying, is I now found another area of support that I liked was the 110 level. Okay, so right around in this time, we had a little breakout, right? So I'm looking at the 110 level as a pullback. Okay, so I alerted the chat that. I said 110 level is the level I have set alert set at. If pullback creates support and holds higher lows, we can become buyers. All right, so that's my play. I gave him a play right off of that level. If it holds its support, we're going to buy. If it doesn't, we're looking to sell. Okay, Pullback creates support, holds higher low, we can buy. If cracks fails as support, we wait for pullback into that level. If becomes resistance, look to short. Target will be new lows. All right, so what does all that mean? I know it's kind of a mouthful. So what we did, I told everyone we're gonna right around in this time where, you know, it was kind of just moving up, right? So I'm anticipating a pullback. Okay, so what I said is wait for a pullback. So we get our pullback. Okay, now once we get our pullback, this is decision time. Okay, so and I told him that. All right, so I alerted again. Once that happens, I said pullback to 1110 just happened. Let's see how it plays off that level. Okay, so right away, that first candle we get a pullback right into this level. I see a failed wick. Now, sometimes it takes a couple more candles for some confirmation, but this wick here was enough confirmation for me because I started to look at some indicators as well. Now, I left these indicators on here. It's kind of clogging up everything right now, but right at that level, let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, so right where we formed resistance up here, see this wick? That was an indication of resistance. We also had a cross on the MACD, and our RSI momentum was also down. Okay, so right off the bat, I look at that and I'm like, okay, so I have resistance, right? I have MACD cross. I have momentum. I'm very, very short bias, and I'm confident in this. So I took a position selling, and I entered. Okay, I entered Nadex again. I'll show you in the position here. I entered at 1040 Eastern, which is 740 on my Western time charts. Okay, so there was my sell. I alerted the group right away, sent a screenshot of the trade, and then we kind of let it play out. Now, I did say, remember, I said if we crack 110 and hold, we're going to new lows, right? Now, what I do while I'm managing this trade is I try to find levels of support that my trade is going to have to get through, okay? Now, think about this if you're brand new. If I say this is a support level, which you can see, failure, big move, right? Failure, failure, we're kind of consolidating right on this, right? So I look ahead after I'm placing the trade because I want to know the areas that are going to be a problem for me. All right, now I don't want to sell. I don't want to sell in the areas with big support and there's not a lot of leg room for my trade. So why I sold 110 is because I get up here. One, it's perfect, right? But if I were to sell at, let's say, I think they had a strike for 108 or something like that, that's like right here, okay? Now, if I sell here, I have a huge support level right here. So if buyers start coming in here, right, what happens when buyers start coming in? They start pushing. Now, when they start pushing, now I'm already here, I'm going to be negative, okay? I'm going to be negative. So you don't want to chase these trades, but you got to be smart about it. You want to understand where it has potential to go, okay? Structure is key. All right, so once I sold resistance here, my next level was 106, okay? So now if we cracked 106 and 106 turns into resistance, I knew new lows, and I have potential to hold this, and definitely going to have a good take profit target set at 30. All right, and I knew we were gonna make new lows. Okay, so all right, I told everybody about 106 again. Here's 106. We finally cracked. We got a pullback. Always will. Well, shouldn't say always, but I anticipate it. Okay, there's the pullback back to it. It did crack, turned it to resistance. I knew to stay in my position because now this is a level of resistance. Where is it going to go from there? Once we crack 106, guess what? That's a new low of new low. The lows are at 105, right? So I knew once we cracked 106, turn that to resistance. We're going to 105 with potential new lows however low it's going to go, right? So I did that. I did exactly what I said. We broke, we made new lows, and my take profit order was taking out right there on that candle there at 11:02. You can see I have it highlighted. It's actually going to be 8:02 on my chart. And we were able to get our $30 take profit order filled there, okay, which then formed new lows, all right? And as you can see, as we continued, we started making new lows, and there's your new lower day right there, all right? Now, I alerted that in real time as well. New lows, exactly what I said, will be new lows beyond 111.05. I said that well ahead of time. I then sent my screenshot. Hey, this is the trade I'm in. I mean, I already sent that trade, but here's what it is. And then I was able to tell him, you know, my $30 take profit. I'll make a video on that trade. That's what I'm doing right now. And that trade in particular, guys, was a 59% return on my investment. All right. Absolutely beautiful stuff. If you guys are not inside of a VIP room, I highly encourage it. So that way you're not only getting great quality trades, you're getting a game plan to understand why it is we're doing what we're doing. And our goal is to get you to understand the way we do things. And until you do, that's why you come in our VIP room, you ask questions, you trade with us. Again, I trade every day in our VIP room on chat from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time. And any other time throughout the day, as long as I can schedule it, because I do have other obligations with other clients as well to make sure I have enough time for everybody. Okay, so that is our position on the day, guys. Now, let's go to my account. All right, guys, so I'm going to bring you guys in real quick. So as you can see, my account is now at $795.75. So on the 15th, just a recap, on the 15th, I made a $500 deposit. I then grew that account an additional $500 in profit, withdrew that money to break even, taking all my actual money out of my Nadex account and leaving just the profit that I earned. So far, since then, my account has really technically grown. If you would have left that $500 in there, my account would be at $1,295, guys. That's a $795 profit that I have made off of the $500, which is 159% return on my investment, guys. So, you know, growing a small account is possible. Sometimes you do have to take greater risk depending on what you're trying to do with it. But we're going to continue this account, guys. And as you can see, I'm just very, very happy that, you know, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves, guys. Up 795, no money of my real money inside Nadex, which is ultimately where, in my opinion, I think that's how you should be trading. And then 159% gain since October 15th on my Nadex account. That's all for me, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Take care. Trade safe.